We live in a world that can break you down. We're all fighting battles the world can't see. But what if healing wasn't about pretending to be perfect? Healing starts the moment you stop pretending you're fine. Welcome to Help the People. Help the People is more than a podcast. It's a movement. A space for truth, for healing, for conversations that rebuild what life tried to destroy. Because kindness knows no enemy.
Welcome back to Help the People, your host Shannon Riley. When a black person claims self-defense, are we given the benefit of doubt? Are we given the presumption of fear, innocence? It seems like we're not given the humanity as everyone else. It makes me wonder, does America see black fear as legitimate? If you think about Trayvon Martin, Ahmaud Arbery, if you think about the neighborhood watchmen, two police shootings, this episode examines how race influences who we view as a threat and who we view as the threat. And I really want to have a conversation, and it isn't about guilt or innocence or any single case. So it's about perception, power, and what justice looks like when fear itself appears to have color. Do we live in two Americas, not two geographical locations, not red or blue states, not rich or poor, but two Americas that experience justice differently, two Americas that experience law differently, and two Americas that experience fear differently? More specifically, do we have two definitions of self-defense? One definition when black people defend themselves, and another when everyone else does. And what makes that so? Because when you look at two headlines, when you look at jury verdicts, when you look at who gets the benefit of the doubt, who doesn't, I find myself asking a difficult question. Whose fear matters? Whose fear is considered reasonable and understandable? And whose fear is considered criminal? Let's chop it up. At its core, self-defense seems simple to me. You believe someone's about to seriously harm or kill you. You respond to protect yourself. The law asks whether your fear was reasonable, not whether you were correct, not whether you had a perfect judgment of the situation, whether a reasonable person would have fear for their life. Sounds quite simple to me. Until we start asking another question. What does a reasonable person look like? And does that change the dynamic? Because jurors don't arrive in courtrooms as blank slates. Neither do police, neither do prosecutors, neither do you or I. We all carry assumptions. We all carry fears. We all carry stereotypes. And those assumptions do influence who we see as dangerous. For hundreds of years, America has associated blackness with danger. Not because of evidence, no, more so because of the mythology. The dangerous slave, dangerous black man, the criminal, the thug, the super predator, the gang member. Some will even say the animal. These labels change names across generations, but the underlying message remains constant. Black equals threat. And from where I sit, the result is black people often enter encounters already carrying suspicion. A black teenager wearing a hoodie becomes suspicious. A black man jogging becomes suspicious. A black boy playing with a toy gun becomes suspicious. A black person standing in their own neighborhood becomes suspicious. And once suspicion enters the equation, does fear follow? I mean, let's talk about Trayvon Martin, a 17-year-old walking home with candy in a drink. He was seen by George Zimmerman, who felt he was suspicious, called police. The police advised him not to pursue, yet he followed. A confrontation ensued. Zimmerman claimed self-defense. The jury acquitted him. Now, regardless of how someone feels about the verdict, one fact remains. A grown man saw a teenager walking. Something about that teenager created fear. That fear became central to a legal outcome. Think about that. The teenager became a threat. The adult became the victim. And America split in half over what made sense. Because underneath all the legal arguments was a deeper question. Would the outcome have been the same if the races were reversed? I, and many Americans, believe the answer is no. Then came Ahmaud Arbery, a young black man jogging. Three men decide he looks suspicious. They arm themselves. They pursue him. They corner him. A struggle follows. Arbery dies. The defendants later argued self-defense. And think about how strange that sounds. The people doing the chasing claim fear. The unarmed man, who was merely jogging, ended up being chased and ended up dead. Eventually, the jury rejected the argument, but it revealed something important. Fear can be manufactured. Fear can be projected. Fear can be racialized. Fear can become a weapon. And from where I sit, when fear becomes a weapon, justice becomes difficult. Now, let me ask another question. When do we talk about black fear? Not fear of black people, black people's fear. Because black Americans navigate realities many others don't consider. Fear during a traffic stop. Fear when police lights appear. Fear when a stranger reaches into a waistbag. Fear while jogging. Fear while shopping. Fear while sleeping in your own home. fear while knocking on the wrong door, fear for merely existing. Yet somehow Black fear often receives less legitimacy. The law asks, why were you afraid? Meanwhile, others receive an assumption. Of course they were afraid. That's the difference. One side gets presumption. The other side gets interrogation. I spent much of my life thinking about survival. In my memoir, I write about violence, fear, trauma, ways pain shaped my understanding of the world. When you live through enough fear, you learn something. Fear isn't theoretical. Fear lives in your body. It changes how you walk, how you speak, how you interpret danger. And if we're honest, America asks Black people to understand everybody else's fear while rarely extending the same courtesy in return. We are expected to understand why someone feared us, but they rarely ask to understand why we feared them. That's imbalance, and that imbalance matters. So, back to the original question, do we live in two Americas? I think many people, including myself, would say yes. One America where innocence is presumed, another where innocence must be proven. One America where fear creates sympathy, another where fear creates suspicion. One America where self-defense is understood, another where self-defense must be justified. And until those realities converge, we will continue to see verdicts that leave half the country celebrating and the other half in mourning, thinking maybe we haven't come as far as we thought as a race. Because the issue isn't merely law. The issue, from where I sit, is humanity. Who gets seen as human first? Who gets seen as dangerous first? And those are not the same thing. I don't know. Maybe the question isn't whether we have two definitions of self-defense. Maybe the question is this: can a nation truly have one justice system when it sees its citizens through different lenses? Because before a jury reaches a verdict, before a prosecutor files charges, before a police officer writes a report, someone has already decided who they are afraid of. And until we examine that fear honestly, justice will probably remain in you. This is Shannon Riley, and this is Help the People. And remember, the truth is not what comforts us. The truth is what confronts us. Thank you for listening, and if you like this episode, please share.
Dear God, help us see one another clearly, not through fear, not through stereotypes, not through assumptions handed down from generations before us. Help us see each other first as human beings, Give us wisdom when fear speaks loudly. Give us courage when truth is uncomfortable. Give us humility when we realize our perceptions may be incomplete. Protect those who move through the world carrying burdens they did not create. Protect those whose humanity is questioned before it is recognized. And help us build a society where fairness does not depend on appearance, identity, background, or assumptions. Teach us to listen before judging, to understand before condemning, and to remember that every person we encounter carries a story we may never fully know. Let justice be guided by truth. Let compassion be stronger than fear. And let wisdom lead where fear once stood.